Oh. Apologies for wind noise today. It's fairly windy around here at the moment, but what we are doing today is we are adjusting the handbrake on the Porker at the moment. So basically what we've been having problems with is been ratcheting the handbrake all the way up and the car's still able to kind of move forwards and backwards, so that definitely cannot happen. So the way that we do this, and I've kind of already done one side already, is you loosen off your handbrake. As you can see now, I've just clicked it up 5 to 6 clicks at the moment, because this is the 12 click model. The later models had 30 notches, so you basically equate it to 30 instead, so kind of up on 5 to 6 on that. And then you basically inside here in this top one, I don't know if really I can get it on show. Let's see if we can get a light in there. So you see just in there there's a little cogged gear, and effectively what you do is you go in there with the screwdriver and you, for me it's been levering it so it goes sort of, if we were looking at it, it'll be coming around like this, and then effectively you get it to the point where then your disc can't move, and then you can then basically base it off of that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over and do the other side. So over on this one, I believe this one's still sort of, yeah, free to move and stuff. So what we need to do is exactly the same thing on this. So we need to move this disc around, we'll line it up, then we will adjust that little cog, and then hopefully that is the sorted. Today we also need to do the front discs as well, so I'm going to jack it up and sort that out, but obviously we're having to do it outside on the driveway because that is still filling up the driveway as well. So we've got a few bits to do on that, where we're going to rebuild the suspension as well. So yeah, cracking on with it. Right, and then this way goes the opposite way to the other side. So for this one, I was basically making it sort of go this way around. So we were just sort of levering it upwards through this little hole. Then basically get your old torque wrench on. You need to get anywhere sort of holding force between 50 to 150 newton meters of holding torque. So yeah, just whack a socket straight on the end of the nut and then just do it sort of with whatever torque wrench you've got, whether you've got a digital one or a cheap one like me. And last thing to do is to basically loosen up the handbrake and then see whether they both spin freely, do it up 5 notches again and see whether it holds. Right, and that's it, all tested, wheels back on, job done. Right, so now moving on to something else. Something that we've been meaning to do for a little while now is to replace the rotors and pads on the front of the Porsche as well. So I need to basically get these rotors off because they've got quite a nice lip on them, not what you want. And then also brake pads are running really low at the moment, and we've got sort of MOT that we'll need to get booked in come sort of January anyway, so may as well get it done now really, to be honest.
A few moments later.
Right, so as we all know, with car stuff doesn't always go according to plan, so I've literally just got round, we've done the other side and buttoned it all back up again, but effectively we're not going to be able to do everything that we kind of set out to do today because lo and behold, Eurocar parts have failed once again and given me bigger discs than are actually on this car. So they've given me the discs for a Cayman S, and obviously this isn't a Cayman S, this is a Cayman, so the front discs are a smaller diameter. Didn't even think to check, to be honest, so some of that's on me as well. But yeah, effectively what that means though is that we're going to effectively just have to do the brake pads and leave the discs for the moment, and then I'll have to order some new discs and then effectively do the whole thing all over again. So perfect. So anyway, we're just going to tidy up everything and get this final side sorted, and then that'll be at least partially complete. Right guys, so we're just about to head out as well. So what we are doing at the moment is we're going to go and pick up something particularly special. This is something that I've found back in October, commented, messaged the person to see if it was sort of up for sale still, hadn't heard anything back, and then it just happened that last week they contacted me a couple months later to say, yep, still available, do you want to come and get it? Chucked him an offer, which he's then since accepted, and so we're going to go and pick it up. But if this is what I think it is, then this is going to be pretty damn epic for the max power build. So anyway, I'll catch you guys as soon as I've picked it up, and we'll see what we've got. Right guys, there we go, back in the shed. We have picked it up. It is definitely what we thought it was. So let's crack on and let's show you guys what we've got for Max Power 106. Boom, and there we go. Look at this in all its glory. Excuse the mess obviously in here at the moment. We've got a hell of a lot going on, but we just thought we'd show you kind of where we had a little bit of space. But look how damn sick that looks. So those of you that have just tuning in, those of you that have been here a little while, so the reason why we've got this is because the wheels that were chosen for this car, the Max Power 106 that we're doing the build on, were TSW Venoms. That was a clear winner. So we're picking up a set of these, but this came up and this is in the right specs, the right size, absolutely everything is correct. And the crazy thing about it, and you'll see it just underneath with the packaging, it is brand new. This has never ever been mounted to a car, which is unheard of with these sort of things. So this has been sitting in someone's workshop for the past 10 years. Customer supposedly ordered it, then didn't want it. And so it then sat in the workshop for however long. They cleared out a load of stuff and found it. So anyway, so this is a pretty damn sick thing to have, to be honest, because as you'll know, these are really hard to come by when they're not sort of all curved and chipped. It's got the original TSW logo sort of center cap, absolutely unblemished. Also these little gel sticker, which is something that always falls off of wheels and always sort of looks a bit rubbish, but we've got this as well. And then crazy thing as well is packaging it came in, got the old TSW logos, all the old stickers. Literally this is as perfect as you can get for this. Look, even the original sort of mounting. Oh, this is just sick. This is honestly just epic. So I'm just so glad that we found this, because this means that other sets that we found, which have maybe got one which is a bit dodged or cracked or buckled or flat spot, we can swap it out for this, and then we can reuse that other one either in a boot sort of install in here, or what we could do if we find one that's really cool, or a set that's really cool, sorry, is we can use this and do a sort of boot install in the back. So what I'm thinking is sort of in the back, as we would see it here. I don't know if we can get this open. 2 seconds. Right, forgive the mess and stuff that's in here, but you imagine that wheel sat in the middle, got 12 inch sub, big like sort of amplifier through the center, or a couple of them side by side, and then a TV that effectively from the top here flips down, and then or maybe even from the roof flips down as well, and then we could have something like that. But yeah, pretty friggin' epic, to be fair. So what we might do, just because I can't help myself, is we're gonna mount this up for the first time in its whole existence, and we're going to see what it looks like on the back of this, and then we're also going to do it on the front. As I say, because we've got one of them, still looking out for another set, but what it does do is get us that one step closer to getting this car to the point where we can have it road legal. What has happened is those Dare SMT wheels that came on the car, they have gone. Lad over in Northern Ireland got in touch to say that he wanted to buy them. Supposedly they're actually quite sought after over there, so I guess it's for the particular style and stuff they do on their Peugeot. So anyway, so he's really happy. They got shipped off earlier in the week, which means that money's now being used to fund this wheel, plus the other set that we find as well. Hopefully there's a few that I'm sort of and ahhing about at the moment. So yes, that's all pretty cool. And then something totally off topic as well, which I'll show you what I've picked up. Got to bear with, because we are going to make it cool. So people are going to go, what the bloody hell, Tom, are you doing at the moment? But anyway, so this was offered to me as a free project moped style, I don't know, scooter. I mean, it's got a petrol motor, which is cool. It doesn't look quite cool at the moment, but there's going to be some big plans for this as well. We're going to just piss around with it and just do some funny stuff. We're going to get it running first. Obviously, he said that he'd put it in his garage for sort of 5 years ago and just left it, but it was running when it went in, and then he took it out, and then it's not running. So I think it's just literally just going to either be dirty fuel or fuel filter or carb. So we'll just take apart all those things, clean them, and then we'll just fire it up and see if it runs. But I mean, this thing is absolutely hilarious. It's got disc brakes all round, which is pretty crazy. Light as well, so you've got like a little light switch here, which is pretty mad. Electric start, got horn and stuff as well. I mean, yeah, it's pretty. It doesn't look quite so cool at the moment, but you got a. But yeah, just something else that we're going to add. So we'll add not just the 106 content, not just the Porsche content, but now we've also got the what we're going to call. I don't know. We'll come up with a name for it, but maybe like, I don't know. We'll call it the Slamtastic Scooter for the moment. But yeah, it's probably going to be quite good fun, to be honest. And as I say, you can't ever turn something down when it's free, can you? Right, so let's crack on. Let's move all of this crap out of the way. We'll put it all over here. Just shove it down that end of the garage, and then we are going to get this mounted and see what it looks like. Not gonna lie, guys, but you've outdone yourself on this choice. This looks absolutely epic. Ready for the big reveal. Boom. See if we can get a bit of extra video action on this. But ignore the fact that they're poking out a bit. I need to get some spacers for them, so I've just set them on there at the moment. I mean, kind of interesting having a bit of poke on an old Maxer car anyway. But I have to admit, I wasn't 100% sold on this choice for this, but now after seeing them on here and seeing it with kind of everything else going on, the rear wing and everything, I think that was a damn good choice by all you guys. I think that's going to look absolutely sick, and going to absolutely suit to the ground the rest of this build, including all the rear lights and everything. Everything kind of works to kind of have this sort of, I don't know, claw sort of effect with kind of, yeah, sort of big ears and sort of pincery looking rear lights, and now with this madness going on. Obviously this will also be much better fitment once we actually get them all mounted on, because at the moment obviously everything's drooped down, so I've just chucked them on a box. But realistically these are going to be exactly the same as what we had on the previous ones, so in essence they're going to be pushed in a little bit, but they're also going to be tucked up in the arch, and I reckon that with now the new front suspension and everything that we've rebuilt, that is going to look absolutely sick, and it's going to be next level. This whole thing is coming together crazily good at the moment. I'm so sort of pleased with how all these pieces are being sorted. And then obviously you've seen sort of the front suspension and stuff all being rebuilt, so I've just finished kind of doing that on this side. I need to just finish up the other side. I've got the anti-roll bar that's now all painted, so that can all go back on. And so that can all be sorted too, and then got kind of someone in the works still for a windscreen, so we'll find that. But yeah, and then obviously, just this whole lot. This is all just proper nostalgic hit at the moment with all these bits. So yeah, so this is a sick choice. Well done to everyone that chose these. We are still going to look for the number 2 choice, and then we also have number 3 still set up here, so they will be used for every now and again for shows. What we'll do is we'll just swap them out, because then you're not seeing the same car every time. We'll change different wheels and other little bits and bobs. So yeah, so we're still looking for some vaults, chrome vaults. So got someone that's kind of got some not vaults, but they're chrome Alba, whatever they are, but they're similar, 19-inch, big, chromey, so they will do the job just fine. So we'll look to see if we can get hold of those, if we can get some money together. But can't tell you how happy that makes me to see that madness starting to come together. So yeah, mega happy with nailing that. Right, and then just quick update on other things. We need to get this suspension back on this side. We're still trying to sort out the steering aspect, but then we've also kind of done all of the these sort of miscellaneous bits. So we've got the anti-roll bar little brackets. We've repainted the brake caliper to be similar to the one over the other side, and made sure everything's all freed up. Our anti-roll bar, we've sanded down and painted this. I was going to send it off to powder coat, but in the end I just decided to paint it because we're doing this on a sort of a budget at the moment. So yeah, we can start to piece all these bits back on over time, but that'll be that all sorted. Rear end has all been sorted as well, so I can show you what we've got going on under here at the moment. Right, so we'll get a light on and we'll show kind of what's been going on under here. So as you can see up in here, this is all looking pretty good. We've got a few bits that we need to sort out, like the rusty bits over on the left, but the underside of this is looking pretty sick, to be honest. So we've sanded back lots of it, cleaned up loads of it, and it's now kind of getting ready to properly be pieced back together. And now that we've done and sorted out all the brakes on these as well, including all of the new pads and everything, and all our new little spring bits, we are ready to go on this side as well. So yeah, we're kind of pretty good at the moment. But yeah, guys, short but sweet. Obviously, I'm just pulling you along just as and when I do bits. There'll be a new project that will get set up for the moped side of things. So we'll get that little scooter petrol thing started, and then we'll start to do a little build series on that, because I think that'll be pretty good fun as well on on the side of this too. And then I'll sort of start to fill in new videos and stuff as and when new bits get done on the 106 and the Porsche. So yes, thanks again for watching. Really appreciate all the interactions and the comments. Clearly you guys got good taste, because the wheel, as we said, what you've just seen is looking absolutely epic. So top marks on that. So no doubt the rest of the stuff, M3 mirrors included, as we start to progress through this, is going to really transform this into sort of a collective car and build, which everyone should be able to enjoy when they sort of go to shows. So